Welcome back to And That's Okay. Today we're diving into something that hits all of us at some point. Building new habits, but getting frustrated with slow progress. You know, that moment where you're doing all the right things, but the results just don't seem to show up. It's like, why am I even bothering? I want you to know you are not alone in that. And more importantly, that's okay. Welcome to And That's Okay, the podcast where we explore the ups and downs of life and remind ourselves that whatever we're feeling, it's for a reason, and that's okay. I'm Lisa Renee Scott, your host and a passionate believer that every feeling matters and every step forward counts. Each week, we'll dive into real-life challenges, share relatable experiences, and offer actionable steps to help you navigate through it all. Before we jump in, I want to remind you that I'm not a licensed doctor or a therapist. I'm here to share experiences and insights that have worked for me and others like me. Here's a stat that might surprise you. Research shows that on average, it takes 66 days to form a new habit. Not 21 like the myth we've all heard, but over 2 months. And depending on the habit, it could take anywhere from 18 days to 254 days to really stick. That is a wide range. So if you've been working at something for 3 weeks and feel like it's not locked in yet, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're right on track with what's normal. Another study found that over 80% of people quit their resolutions by mid-February. Not because the goal is impossible, but because the lack of fast results killed their motivation. Isn't that wild? It's not the habit itself that trips us up, but it's our expectations. So let's shift how we measure progress. Think about the gym. Ever notice how in January it's packed, and by March it's back to just the regulars? That's not because those people don't care about their health. It's because they expected results to show up quicker than reality allows. Or even a non-fitness example. Let's think about maybe learning a new instrument. Yes, even as adults, we have interests to learn instruments. So you don't just sit at the piano for a week and then suddenly you're able to play Beethoven. You plunk, you fumble, you sound terrible. And yet, with repetition, something clicks. And one day, what felt impossible becomes automatic. That's exactly what happens when you're building new habits. Even if it feels like nothing's happening, your brain is literally rewiring itself through repetition. That's science, and it's happening beneath the surface. I have 3 action steps for us today. 1, track tiny wins, not just outcomes. Did you know the brain releases dopamine just from checking something off a list? That might be why I like lists so much. It's not the outcome that gives us the hit. It's the action. So make it visual. Use a wall calendar, a habit tracker app, or sticky notes, whatever works for you. But seeing a streak builds momentum. This is just an example. Instead of only weighing yourself once a week, track the days you moved your body. Suddenly, success isn't about the scale, but it's about consistency. Number 2 is to set minimums you can always hit. Research shows that people who commit to micro habits are 4 times more likely to stick with them long term than people who go all in right from the start. Here's an example. If your goal is to meditate, your minimum is 2 deep breaths. That's it. Most days you will do more, but on those tough days, you can still keep the minimum habit alive. And that builds confidence instead of guilt. And number 3, a daily reflection check-in. At the end of each day, pause and ask, what did I show up for today? Maybe it was drinking water or taking the stairs. Maybe you parked a few spaces past where you could have parked. Writing it down helps your brain reinforce the behavior, and over time, those notes actually become living proof of your progress. And studies show that reflection improves habit retention by up to 23% because it trains your brain to see effort as success. I want to remind you that feeling frustrated doesn't mean you're failing. It means you care. And sometimes caring is uncomfortable because it means you're stretching beyond your comfort zone. Slow progress is not wasted time. It's actually proof you're building something sustainable. Think of it this way. Fast progress is usually temporary. Slow progress, that's where the roots sink deep. That's where the changes last. So if you're frustrated with slow progress right now, remember, that's normal. It's expected, and it's still progress. Slow progress is still progress. Progress that takes time is progress that lasts, even in the frustration. And that's okay. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of And That's Okay. I hope you found our discussion insightful and that you're leaving with some practical steps to apply in your own life. Remember, no matter what you're feeling or going through, you have feelings, and that's okay. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who might benefit from today's topic. Until next week, take care and keep moving forward, one feeling, one step at a time.